Hi guys, so today we're in Ballyclarahan, old graveyard and abandoned church. Now we're going to go this way and then I'll bring you up and we'll have a look inside the church as well. We have a beautiful cross here. Now most of this we won't be able to do because it is just it's just not very accessible. We have the long grass and we're kind of going up a bank as well. This is erected by John Lynch in memory of his beloved wife Honora Lynch, died March 1884, aged 56. Alice Lynch, 1957. Mary Lynch is there as well, and there's a Michael Lynch. That is a beautiful cross. There is loads of designs on that. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Now we are blessed with a beautiful day, but it is actually freezing. Now, actually what I'm walking on at the moment, it's like a carpet, it's all moss. There's James Skehan, 1989, beloved son of the late James and Catherine. Another beautiful cross here, lovely rails around this one. Of your charity, pray for the soul of John Russell, 1911. Look at that. We have a dove actually. I'm going to zoom in. Isn't that beautiful? And all those Celtic knots. So 1911 on that one. And you can see there, guys, that's lovely purple heather. We've holly bushes as well. We've actually got a plane flying over. Just over the church now. The camera probably won't pick that up. Just one of those little small engined planes. It's gorgeous. Now I can't see us. There's a lot of the headstones here actually covered in ivy. Now there does seem to be, excuse me, a path kind of has been walked through the long grass. This place was extremely hard to find, and it was actually thanks to another YouTube channel, Graveyard Rambler. He's actually from South Africa but lives in Ireland and locally to here, so he's only got a few videos up, but my God, he has done such amazing work with them, and he's got this beautiful South African accent and makes it really, really easy to listen to. So I will put his link underneath, and you definitely should check out some of his channel, or some of his videos I should say. Now I don't think there's much point in trying to walk our way through there. I don't know how safe this will be now walking up along here. You'd want a pair of long boots on you, wouldn't you? Just that torch there, we'll see if we can. Any writing? Erected by William O'Neill in memory of his sister Catherine. Any date on that one? It's all covered in ivy. But you can see, guys, we've got a new torch. Thanks to a subscriber who suggested the torch, and I have a new mic, so there'll be no stopping us. This looks like it says 17. Does it say it? David Rourke, is it?
David Rourke, yeah.
1776. Age 64.
Aged 64.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can see, guys, that torch it's amazing. What we were dealing with the other one, it wasn't always much of a help. I don't know how we're going to get through here. The grass is so long. You'll have to excuse me now. I'm just going to let this video roll, so if I fall, so be it. 3 headstones there, I believe, or maybe is it 2 or 3, but they're completely covered in that ivy. But just have a look at that church. Isn't it just fantastic? Now just careful where there's something there. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a curb there and a stingy nettle. And anyone that knows what a sting of a nettle is like, I don't know why I came up this way. I always do this. Oh, we keep going. Like we've a load of headstones there, but they're all covered in the lichen. Ouch, I just got stung by a nettle. Now I nearly went down a hole. If I could just get out here. Oh. But I wanted to kind of give, you know, to read some of those headstones, because it's important to remember those, that we can try and read it all. Look at that one. That is a cross. And I have just noticed, I'm going to lean on this headstone if I can get out this way. Yeah, we won't be doing that again. It's not worth getting stung and maybe twisting an ankle. Look at the beautiful snowdrops just sitting there. Isn't that gorgeous? Just there. I mean, you know, it's amongst all the nettles and the what would you call it? The nettles and the really long grass. Oh, we're nearly out. Yeah, it's not worth trying to go through. Oh, yeah, sorry you had to endure that, guys. But I was wanting to try and read a few from in there. But it's just, you know, it's just too hard. Now look at this church. Isn't that beautiful? Now anyone that was on the live was kind of buffering a bit. So this time we're going to go in. Now the plaque on the wall that's here. Now I don't think we can read it, can we? It was Lieutenant anyway.
This steeple and spire were erected in by the expenses of General Willm. Very hard to read.
Yeah.
Meadow, it looks like.
We do have his monument.
William Meadows.
Just down there.
That could be, yeah, I think that's his monument.
I thought it was George. Why did I think it was George? Anyway. You still have the coloured paint on the walls. That is amazing, isn't it? It goes right up. Have like a little chancel area here, I'm sure. So it's completely overgrown. But it's just something very enchanted about it. Even in this state. It's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll get right up here. So this would have been stained glass, which you can see the timber is still there and it still looks really, really in good condition. With more there. And seemingly what we were told today, that when a church becomes abandoned, they remove the roof. I don't know why. Maybe it's for health and safety purposes. I don't really understand. But this place is more or less forgotten. But nonetheless, what's that? Oh, it's probably part of the window, I'd say. But nonetheless, absolutely gorgeous. And with that sun coming through the window there, really is beautiful. Now the sun is going down. So we'll take a walk over to this gorgeous monument. And it has a grave slab in here as well, with a beautiful, I presume it's a family crest on it. I'm going to see if I can zoom in to show you. The shadow, of course, from the sun set is not helping, I suppose. There's an awful lot of writing there, and because of where we are, we can't read it, and there doesn't actually seem to be any kind of gate to go in. So, sacred to the memory of the late General John Millet, Hammerton CB, who departed this life at his residence in Orchardstown on the 27th of January 1855. Some information I found. He joined the 44th Regiment of Foot as an ensign on the 31st of October 1792 and was promoted to lieutenant January 1794. He served under the command of the Duke of York in the Flanders campaign, then embarked for the West Indies late 1795 under the command of Sir Ralph Abercrombie, and assisted at the capture of the island of St. Lucia in 1796. He was appointed captain. The following year he returned to England with the regiment, and in October 1798 embarked for Gibraltar, where he continued until the expedition to Egypt. He returned to England in 1802 and was appointed major in the 44th and served in Guernsey, Malta and Sicily. He was appointed brevet lieutenant colonel in 1811. He served in Spain and commanded the 1st Battalion of the 44th Regiment. He was appointed Lieutenant Colonel of the Corps on the 31st of March 1814, and he served also in the Netherlands and France. At the Battle of Waterloo, he particularly distinguished himself in checking a sudden charge of French lancers and was afterwards left for dead in a field of a battle. Having received several severe wounds in the head and thigh, a non-commissioned officer, Sergeant Ryan, brought his injured and unconscious commander to the surgeons. After a slow recovery, he returned home and shortly afterwards was nominated a Companion of the Bath, as well as given the Waterloo Medal. He died of bronchitis at his home at Orchardstown House near Clonmel, 1855. And I don't know, did he pay for maybe some work, when they were erecting the church? Did he contribute somehow, or did they kind of, like a memorial for him? I'm just not sure, but all that rail goes right around it. Now, I don't think, is there a way in that way maybe? We have another tomb there. It is like somebody has been walking around here. That's a marble crossing there, and those lovely wrought iron rails. It's just so kind of dangerous. I don't really know where I'm walking because the grass is so long. We've more headstones and tombs there, but that church is just so enchanting. It's just gorgeous. We've more rails ahead, but just because of how dangerous it is, I'm not going to get into them all, and even to walk. Well, we might get back out onto the lane, would we? And it'd be easier to. Whoa! I nearly went. I nearly went down there. I'm not going to chance that. There's a massive hole there, so it's just too dangerous. It is just too dangerous. Unfortunately, you can't see what's underfoot because the grass is so long, and I nearly twisted my back there.
You could end up in Australia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to get back out onto the lane. It's a pity, because it'd be nice to read a few more, but it's just not. It's just too dangerous, and I don't want to hurt myself in the process. I'm not as young as what I think I am. So we'll get back out. How did we get up here? This way, was it? So it's kind of built up high.
The old slate there underneath it.
Oh yeah. So you can see actually all the side of the church was done in slate. And it's almost all gone. But we'll walk back down the pathway. So unfortunately, I thought I would have been able to get around more and read more, but I mean,
I might read a few down here on the way out.
yeah, there is a few here that are a bit more accessible than more that are, you know, right in the middle of that long grass, unfortunately.
Now it does say on the sign coming in, doesn't it, about a caretaker on it?
Yeah, there's a sign on the gate saying for any new burials, contact the caretaker, but I doubt, I'd say that sign is probably very, very old at this stage, and you know, it's certainly, I don't see any more recent burials. There is a sign of the crucifixion on this one, and unfortunately the sun, wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Erected by Dennis, in memory of his brother. Oh, we just can't read it. He was 30. The date is there, I think, is it? Died February 1878.
Yeah.
Memory of his brother. But you can see the lovely cross design there. But I'm just going to get back down onto the lane because it's too hard to get into, unfortunately. But it is really, really beautiful all the same. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and we'll definitely be able to read them. My car is parked just there. It's a lane up off the road. Oh, look at that. Erected by Thomas of Queen Street, Clonmel, in loving memory of his wife Mary Atchison, I think it is, 1930, aged 37, also his grandmother Bridget, 1926, aged 89, and his father Charles, 1937, aged 71, and his brother Robert, he was only 49 when he passed in 1953, and Thomas himself is here as well, 1950, aged 62. That's beautiful. Now this one is possibly the most recent burial. Breda Atchison, so they must be related. March 1995 and her husband Charlie 2012. The cows have all come home, it says, just underneath it. And we have beautiful daffodils, all blooming for Breda and Charlie. How beautiful. All the cows have come home. And then our last one here, and we have potted plants here, so people do visit. Frederick, so another Atchison, I'm presuming it is, 1961, and his wife Anastasia, 1970. His brother Pierce, 1945, aged is 38, and his brother Robert, 1932. So guys, unfortunately I can't do all that I wanted to do. A little short trip around this beautiful graveyard. So for now, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you all soon.